Hey everyone, and welcome back to Motivation Library.
I'm excited for this one.
Yeah, today we're going all the way to Kenya.
Oh, yeah.
With an incredible story
Yeah.
about resilience family and the power of women. So we're going to be cracking open The River and the Source by Margaret A. Ogola.
Classic.
It's an epic,
It is.
multi-generational saga following a line of strong Kenyan women navigating tradition colonialism.
Yeah, and kind of those changing times.
Changing times.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Huge changes.
And it all starts with a Coco.
A Coco.
And she's anything but ordinary, even as a child.
Yeah.
She's going to defy expectations, shake things up, and her impact is going to ripple through generations to come.
She's amazing.
Yeah.
What I think is really cool is that we see through her journey, not just female strength, but how that strength adapts and how it evolves within a society that's undergoing these huge changes as well.
Undergoing immense change, yeah.
Yeah.
So to give everybody kind of a roadmap for this deep dive, we will be exploring Akoko's defiance of tradition, her influence over her sons, who take very different paths in life.
Right.
And the way her strength kind of echoes in her daughter and granddaughter as they face their own obstacles.
Yeah. And then, like we were saying, those changing times, the colonialism and Christianity weaving into the story as well.
Absolutely.
It's a lot to unpack, but we're going to make sure you walk away with a really good understanding of this book.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Let's start at the source, so to speak, with the incredible Akoko.
Yeah.
This woman's a force of nature from the get-go.
Yeah, she's assertive.
Even as a child.
Even as a child in a very patriarchal society.
Yeah.
Can you imagine a young girl
Yeah.
in pre-colonial Kenya demanding justice?
It's incredible.
It's amazing. Ogola emphasizes this as well.
Oh, really?
Early on, when she's even a toddler.
Oh, wow.
When her brother tries to take something from her.
Yeah.
Little Akoko yells, "Dwaro Mara."
Oh, wow.
Give it back.
Wow. I didn't even catch that.
It might seem insignificant, but it's really foreshadowing her strength.
That's some serious foreshadowing.
Unwavering strength.
Yeah.
Refusal to be silenced.
And that strength becomes more and more evident.
Absolutely.
As she gets older. Like when she's mistreated by her in-laws.
Yeah.
And instead of enduring the abuse, which would have been the expectation for women at the time, she makes a bold decision to return to her father's house.
Think about that. That's huge for a woman.
It's practically unheard of.
It's unheard of.
Wow.
Putting her well-being first and setting a powerful precedent.
And so we're already seeing that she's not afraid to challenge the status quo.
No.
And that independent spirit has a major impact on her sons.
Absolutely. Obura and Owangsino. Two contrasting responses to the changing world around them.
Yeah.
Obura completely enamored by those stories of people who have traveled and worked for the Europeans. Dreams of seeing the Jorshare white people experiencing their supposed magic.
It's like he's drawn to the allure of the unknown.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah, and this Pesa, he keeps hearing about
the money.
The money representing those possibilities.
Yeah, new possibilities.
So he really embodies that yearning for what lies beyond.
Right.
Yeah.
And then on the other hand, you have Owangsino,
who
embraces tradition and ultimately becomes chief.
Follows in his father's footsteps.
Yeah, so it's not like Akoko pushes her sons to reject tradition.
Right.
But rather she empowers them to find their own way.
Yeah.
Even if those paths diverge.
Yeah, it's heartbreaking when Obura's wanderlust leads to his death in this faraway land.
It's a devastating loss for Akoko. And this is where Ogolla really digs into the depth of a mother's grief.
Yeah.
But even in the face of this tragedy,
she is resilient.
Her resilience shines through.
Yeah.
When Owangsino also dies, leaving his young son as heir.
Right.
Akoko faces a new threat.
A new threat.
A corrupt relative trying to take over her grandson's chiefdom.
Can you imagine that?
Oh my goodness. So even after losing both of her sons.
Both her sons.
She has to fight for her grandson's inheritance?
Yes.
This is unbelievable.
Journeys to a distant town to seek the help of the colonial authorities.
The Ciracle.
The Ciracle.
Wow, she's venturing into a whole new world.
Yeah.
With foreign rules and customs.
Yeah.
All to protect her grandson's future.
Exactly. And not only does she navigate this unfamiliar territory, but she manages to impress the district commissioner with her eloquence and her knowledge of traditional law.
Incredible.
Secures justice for her grandson.
This is a pivotal point in the story, wouldn't you say?
I would say so.
It really highlights her incredible adaptability and her willingness to engage with the new forces shaping her world.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's not just about clinging to the old ways.
Right.
It's about using whatever tools are available to protect what matters most to her.
Yeah. As Akoko's story unfolds, we see her daughter, Nyabera, step onto the stage. Next link in the chain, inheriting her mother's strength, but facing a whole new set of challenges as Kenya continues to transform.
Before we jump into Nyabera's journey, I want to remind everyone to hit that like button and subscribe to Motivation Library.
Support the channel.
Yeah, it really does help our channel. And it allows us to keep bringing you these deep dives into these fantastic books like The River and the Source.
Yeah. What do you think about Akoko so far?
What's striking you?
What qualities do you find most inspiring?
Let us know in the comments below.
Yeah, we'd love to hear.
We want to hear from you.
Your thoughts. So far.
For sure.
Picking up where we left off with Nyabera.
Yes.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
Her story takes this kind of tragic turn early on.
Right.
She loses her husband, becoming a widow.
With a young daughter to raise.
Right.
Mirroring those losses that Akoko experienced.
Yes.
But Nyabera finds strength.
Yes.
In a way that Akoko couldn't have even imagined.
Yeah, it's almost as if history is repeating itself with a different twist.
It's a different twist, yeah.
Nyabera definitely inherits that resilient spirit. But she's also deeply affected by these changing times.
Yeah.
She finds comfort.
Yeah, she finds comfort.
And purpose in Christianity. And this leads her to a pretty life-altering decision.
Yeah.
She leaves her familiar surroundings and heads to a mission school.
It really highlights the growing influence of those Western ideas and institutions.
At the time in Kenya.
It's such a stark contrast to Akoko's world, which revolved around that traditional village life.
Yes, absolutely.
Nyabera's decision to pursue education would have been completely foreign.
To her mother,
To Akoko.
Yeah.
And this choice has this ripple effect.
On the next generation.
On Nyabera's daughter, Owidi.
Owidi grows up within the walls of the mission school, exposed to this blend of traditional and Western values.
Right.
Her upbringing is really a reflection of how rapidly the world around them
is changing.
And that blend of influences really shapes Owidi's path.
Absolutely.
She becomes a teacher.
Which is something Akoko probably couldn't have conceived of.
No.
Right?
It represents opportunity.
Yes.
And a way to contribute to that evolving society.
And Owidi comes of age, and we enter a new phase in the novel.
Yes.
Where the complexities of blending tradition and modernity really take center stage.
Things get interesting.
This is where things get interesting. Owidi falls in love with Mark.
Okay.
A soldier with a modern outlook. Their relationship pushes those societal boundaries even further.
Yeah.
They have an intertribal marriage.
Which would have been highly controversial.
Oh, absolutely. In Akoko's time. And their courtship is unconventional.
Yeah, and it signifies a major shift.
In societal attitudes.
Absolutely. Challenging those boundaries and highlighting that growing importance.
Individual choice.
Of individual choice.
Even in matters as significant as marriage.
Absolutely.
But of course, their path isn't without obstacles.
Right. They face opposition.
Yes, from Mark's mother.
Mark's mother representing that resistance to change.
Yeah, that clash between traditional values and the more modern outlook.
Of the younger generation.
Right.
This conflict really adds another layer of complexity.
To the story.
Yeah. Exploring that tension.
Yeah.
That arises.
As Kenya transitions.
Into this new era.
But despite those challenges.
They build a life together. They have children.
Yes.
Each of whom represent a different facet.
Right.
Of this blend of tradition and modernity.
Yeah. Their daughter, Vera, embodies this. She's a brilliant student. Who embraces modernity, even joining Opus Dei. A Catholic institution that emphasizes integrating faith with everyday life.
Yeah. And then you have Becky, who chooses a different path.
Yeah, one focused on beauty and worldly pursuits.
Yes. It's fascinating how, even within the same family,
yes,
you see such diverse responses to this changing world.
underscoring that navigating change is a deeply personal experience.
Absolutely.
Right.
People make choices based on their own personalities and aspirations.
Right.
And interpretations of the world around them.
Sure.
As the family expands, we see them experiencing both successes and challenges.
Yeah, like Eora becoming a doctor, Tony entering the priesthood.
Right.
But there's still tensions.
Right.
Becky's choices, societal pressures.
Yeah, the complexities of intertribal relationships.
And it's within this context that we meet Wandia.
Wandia.
Eora's wife. Wandia's story is so compelling. She's ambitious, intelligent, driven, pursuing a career in medicine at a time when female doctors were still rare.
So rare.
Her journey embodies those challenges and triumphs of being a modern Kenyan woman.
Absolutely.
In a rapidly evolving society.
I think one thing that stands out about Wandia is her relationship with Eoro.
Yes.
They have this deep connection, fueled by their shared ambition and that commitment to their demanding careers.
Absolutely. And their intertribal marriage, while more accepted than in previous generations, it still carries its own complexities.
Absolutely, especially when it comes to navigating their family's expectations.
It's interesting how Wandia initially feels apprehensive towards Mark, her future father-in-law.
Yeah, given that past tension. Between him and Owiti, it really highlights how past conflicts can cast a shadow on present relationships. Even as individuals strive to create their own paths.
Absolutely.
Fortunately for Wandia, she finds warmth and acceptance.
In Elizabeth.
Eora's
mother. But Wandia's strength is truly tested. When her son Daniel is diagnosed with leukemia. It's heartbreaking.
It is.
And it showcases that emotional toll of balancing demanding careers and family life.
But Wandia's response reveals her strength.
Her incredible strength.
Her resilience.
She juggles the demands of her career with caring for her sick child.
Right, showing that fierce determination to overcome this obstacle.
And even amidst this struggle, she makes remarkable strides in her professional life.
Becoming a leading pathologist and lecturer.
And eventually earning her doctorate.
Her journey is a true testament to the power of human resilience.
It's inspiring how she perseveres. And as Wandia's star rises, we see her sister-in-law, Becky,
on a different trajectory.
Right.
One marked by a downward spiral.
Yes.
This contrast really emphasizes the complexity of individual choices and how those paths can diverge dramatically, even within the same family.
Right. But throughout these individual journeys, the influence of Akoko can still be felt.
Even generations later. It's remarkable about this novel, the way Akoko's spirit echoes through the lives of her descendants. It's as if her strength has been woven into their very being.
Guiding them through life's challenges.
As we approach the final chapter of this epic tale, we witness that cycle of life coming full circle.
Akoko's long and fulfilling life comes to a peaceful end.
She leaves behind a powerful legacy.
A powerful legacy.
Of strength and resilience that will continue to inspire generations to come.
But her passing marks a significant turning point in the story.
Especially for Elizabeth. Who's always relied on her mother's wisdom and guidance.
It's a poignant reminder that even the strongest bonds
are eventually broken by time.
And
as Elizabeth grapples with the loss of her mother, she confronts her own mortality. Eventually passing away as well.
It leaves a void in the lives of those.
Particularly Mark. It's a bittersweet moment.
It is.
Highlighting that cycle of life and loss. But amidst these endings, there are also new beginnings. The novel concludes on a note of hope and achievement. With Wandia's academic triumph. Symbolizing the progress and resilience of Akoko's lineage.
It's a powerful message about that enduring legacy.
Of strength and determination. Reflecting on this incredible story, I am struck by Ogola's portrayal of these women overcoming adversity and shaping their own destinies.
It's truly inspiring.
Truly inspiring.
It's a reminder that strength can take many forms. It's not just about physical resilience.
Yeah, right.
It's about adaptability.
Intelligence.
Courage. The courage to challenge those conventions.
Yeah, and that legacy of strength is something that we can all draw inspiration from.
Absolutely.
Before we wrap up this deep dive,
okay,
I want to encourage everyone watching to hit that subscribe button.
Yes.
And like this video.
Support the channel.
It really helps us out.
Yeah.
And allows us to continue creating content like this.
What resonated most with you?
Now we want to hear from you.
About the characters' journeys.
Yeah. Were there any moments in the book that particularly inspired you?
Or challenged your perspectives.
It's so great that we had a chance to really kind of explore this book together.
Such a good book.
The River and the Source is really a testament to the power of storytelling and how it can transport us to different worlds and introduce us to unforgettable characters.
Yeah. If you're looking to dive into more stories like this, a family tradition, female strength in African literature, I highly recommend checking out Chinwe Achebe. Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. Buchi Emecheke.
Oh, those are great recommendations.
Yeah.
I'm definitely adding those to my reading list.
Awesome.
But before we wrap things up, I wanted to circle back to something we touched on earlier. That concept of pesa that so captivated Obura.
Right.
It's Swahili for money.
Yeah.
But it represents so much more than just currency in the context of this story.
So much more, right?
It becomes a symbol of the allure and the potential disruption of the modern world.
Yeah, for Obura, it represents opportunity, escape from tradition.
Yeah.
The possibility of a new life.
It's fascinating how Ogola uses this word to represent this whole complex set of ideas and aspirations.
Yeah, and I think it's interesting how for each generation in the book, Pesa kind of takes on a slightly different meaning. For Ekok, it's something she learns to navigate and use to her advantage. For Nayabera, it's less central to her journey.
As she finds a different kind of wealth in her faith. And for Awidi and her children, it's just a part of the evolving landscape that inhabit.
It's like a thread connecting all of the generations, but their relationship
to it evolves. Mirroring the broader changes happening in Kenyan society as a whole.
Yeah, and it brings us back to...
It does bring us back to Akoko's legacy.
Akoko's enduring legacy. She may not have fully understood the world of Pesa.
In the same way her son did.
But her strength, adaptability, and that fierce love for her family really equipped her descendants.
To navigate these changing times. It's a powerful message about how those values and lessons passed down through generations shape how we face the world, even as that world undergoes profound transformation.
Absolutely.
So as we close this chapter on the river and the source, we want to leave you with a final thought. How does Akoko's story inspire you?
What lessons can we learn?
From
her about resilience, adaptability, and the courage to chart our own course.
Share your thoughts in the comments below.
We love hearing your perspective.
And that's it for today's deep dive on the river and the source.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Don't forget to subscribe to Motivation Library
for more insightful book summaries. We'll see you in the next episode.